Hi, I'm Debbie. Welcome to Create Pretty Things. Tonight we're going to do some egg decorating. No, not the real eggs, not the traditional eggs, but we are going to use these wooden cutouts that are shaped like eggs. They come 4 to a pack and they are ready to go. You don't have to do anything to them. You don't have to sand them. They're already smooth. They are two-sided, so you can do both sides. Now we're going to do 2 different types of transfers tonight. We have this one, which is out of stock, and it is Easter eggs, and it probably will not be restocking, but it is made for these shapes. I do have 2 sets of these available, so if you want these, go ahead and send me a message and I'll get them out to you. The keyword tonight is eggs, E-G-G-S. If you want the shopping list to what I'm using tonight, go ahead and type it in the comments and check your messenger. If you see the live red button up above, that means you're watching me live. If you don't, it means you're watching the replay. So please comment #replay so that I know that you watched. As you jump on, please say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. I love to know how far I've reached. And if you know of anybody else who would love to watch this, please feel free to share that with them. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm also using this other transfer. It's called Bunny Kisses. And as you can see, there's quite a few different transfers that you can use on this. Now, I'm probably not going to use these on the egg shapes because they're too small of words, but the rest I could definitely use as well. I have several different colors out tonight. There's like a blue and a green, a teal, a pink, a few colors. So we can pick and choose as we go along. I think because this one is in stock and you can all get this one, we'll focus on this one first, but perhaps we can do the back sides with this. So I'm going to go ahead, and I should have scored this first, but these transfers are, you can see the little lines that are drawn on there. Now they're not cut through, they're not perforated or anything, but they are drawn on. And I'm just going to go ahead and use my X-Acto knife to kind of cut along that line so that I can keep the transfer sheet in one piece, hopefully, unless I cut too deep. And I can load these back on this transfer sheet when I'm done. It is important that you keep the transfer backer that these are on, because that's where you're going to store them on. These are reusable sticky transfers. And they are reusable between 8 and 12 times. You want to make sure you clean them really well, front and back after you use them. Let them dry and then put them back on this backer, transfer backer for storage. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's see how we can do. Let's try this big bunny first. I'm just going to go ahead and peel off my transfer here, off my backer sheet. You see how that came off in one piece? I can just lay it back on. Now you do want to fuzz these. They are sticky, as you can see, but you want to lessen that sticky a little bit by applying them to some fabric. I have a fuzz towel here that I could use. Apply it 1 or 2, 3 times on there, just to pick up a little fuzz, or your shirt or your jeans. Now what I'm going to do is maybe I'll do the whole thing. I'm going to move this kind of towards the bottom. And so I'll go ahead and get the bunny and part of this greenery around here. I'm going to do a coral color bunny, so I'm going to use our Couture Coral. And I'm going to get a little bit of paste, and I'm going to just make sure that this is down without any bubbles. And I am going to glide this paste on. Now this does feel a little dry to me, so I am going to mix it up a little bit. I added some distilled water. I'm going to mix it up really well so that it doesn't have any wet spots. It's mixed and is a consistent texture in there. And I am going to smooth it on my bunny. Now the reason why you don't want it to dry is because you don't want it to dry in the silk screen. If it dries in the silk screen, it will stay with the silk screen when you pull it up, and it won't stick on the surface below. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply that, and I did get pretty messy picking that up. I'm going to go ahead and get another squeegee. I'm going to do my Couture Coral, my Couture Teal, I'm sorry, over on the leaves over here on the side. And the whole transfer is not fitting on my egg, and that's okay. That's okay. I can just do a little bit of it. It'll be running off the side, and that's fine. So I am trying to cover any of the white areas that I see. I do see a little spot right here that I did not get with the pink. Part of the ear, and I do want that ear covered. Okay, so I am just going to go ahead and let's pull this off. Now this is called the reveal, and right now I can tell you that I'm going to have a blob of paste right here. I'm going to go ahead and move that off. But since these are the chalk shapes, the chalkable chips, they're going to clean up beautifully. They're going to clean up so easy. I'm going to go ahead and just hold the back of my surface, and I'm going to pull down. And let's see what we have. Now, as I pull down, I'm kind of looking to see if there's anything missing. I think this ear could probably be better. So I'm going to go ahead and apply some more paste. I just put the transfer back down, and I'm going to go over that ear. It was dry. That paste was dry. So I put more down, and it still didn't go through. So what I'm going to do is get a little bit of water on my finger. Not a lot, just a little bit. And I'm going to try to wet that paste down so that will go down to the surface. Now, I don't want a lot of water because I don't want the bleeding. But let's try it and see. It went down a little bit. It's still not perfect. But here's what we have. Can you guys see that that's a bunny? There you go. That's one done. Now, as I do these, I'm going to go ahead and clean. So I'm going to go ahead and get the front side of it wet with just some plain old tap water. These are easier to clean if you do it right away. So I'm going to wipe off the most of it with my paper towel. And then I'm going to get what's called a board eraser. This is very well used. You can tell how thin it is. This is so important, to me it is, because it really gets that paste out of that silk screen. Now, you do want to do both sides. Even though you didn't apply any paste to the top of that back surface, it is dirty. You want to get it out of that silk screen. Go easy on this side because that's where the adhesive was, and you want to protect that adhesive. You don't want it to get harmed. And I'm just going to go ahead and dry that up really well. And as you dry it, you'll find that you're still picking up some dirty water. That's okay. Just dry it. And then put it back onto your transfer. And on your backer, make sure it's down there good. And we got one done. Let's try this little chickie. Let's do him in yellow, of course. I'm going to just apply it to the middle. And I'm just going to do the chick on this one. This is Bumblebee. Bumblebee. This paste felt really good. So let's go ahead and peel it off. I'll do it so you guys can see. Cute. Now we could have painted the background of this one. I think that would have been cute. So you may be wondering, what am I going to do with these when I'm done? Well, I can use them as a display, prop them up against something. I could also punch holes in them and hang them. Maybe you have an Easter tree. You could do that. Or you could also make them into like name tags for an Easter basket. I thought that would be really cute. Okay. Let's do Easter market. Let's go ahead and paint one of these a background color. Let's get a little paintbrush. And I'm going to get a little bit of, let's do a teal. I'm just going to paint the background of this. And I am going to spray it with water to help it go a little bit further. And that's going to water down the paste. It's going to make it a little more translucent. And it is also going to make it dry faster. So I'm just going to paint a very light coat on here, just to give it some coverage. Ooh. And we're going to go ahead and dry it up. So that's what we're going to do so far. Once we dry it, we're going to put a transfer on the top. I think we'll do the Easter market Finest goods quality. Now this does have quite a bit of water to it, so it will take a while to dry. Maybe I should go ahead and do, while this is drying, I think I will go ahead and paint the background of another one yellow. And we'll get it drying at the same time. I'm just gonna dab a little paste, and then I'm going to water it down and just kind of paint it over to color the surface. It's basically to color the background. And we'll see the difference it makes when you paint the background. So I'm gonna go ahead and dry both of these up as best I can. How is your Wednesday? Is today Wednesday? Today is Thursday? Today's Wednesday, right? I don't know, guys. My days fly, my weeks fly. But I had a great day doing some errands. Kind of a lazy day. What'd you guys do? Do anything fun? What was for dinner tonight? We had a shrimp dinner with vegetables. It was so good. My husband is the best cook, guys. I don't cook much, but why would I when I have a chef in the house? I'm very spoiled. So when we get these dried, we are going to want to wax the surface with some surface wax to protect the paint that we just put down and to protect our transfer. And I'll show you what that looks like in just a minute. You can see the paint is starting to dry when it changes color. You do want to make sure it's really dry though before you mess with it. Have you guys watched anything on TV that's been any good lately? Have you started a new series? I started watching My Life with the Walker Boys this week. It's a Netflix series. And I'm about 3 episodes in. So that's what I've been watching. I do kind of switch to some of my favorites in between if I have a hankering for something a little different. But that's what I've been watching. What have you guys been watching? Do you have any favorites? Yellowstone is one of my favorites. Bridgerton's another one. And then I have a whole bunch of old movies that I like to watch. Just kind of like brainless activity. One is You've Got Mail. The Wedding Date. And that's all I'll reveal right now. What do you guys like to watch in your spare time? Do you like the series or would you rather do a one and done movie? I like both, but I have a hard time stopping on the series after one episode. Does anybody else do binge watching? I think everyone's done. The other one's done. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Easter Market Finest Goods on this yellow one. Now, I talked about using a transfer on a freshly painted surface. If your transfer sticks too hard, it's going to stretch out. If it sticks to that wet paint, that paint is going to come off on the back of your transfer because it is sticky. So you want to use some surface wax. And Choc Couture does sell surface wax. I am out of it right now. So I am using self-sealing clear wax from Kills. That's what I'm using tonight until I get the other wax in. This does go on really smoothly. So just a little bit of wax. You still want your transfer to stick, but not really, really hard. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and center my Easter Market Finest Quality Goods on here. I'm trying to get it straight. Once again, smooth it on so you don't have any air bubbles. Get a squeegee, and we're gonna do it in this colonial blue, but it is in need of some moisture. So once again, I'm spraying distilled water, a little at a time, and stirring it up really thoroughly. Now I can tell this one needs more. You want the consistency to be that of sour cream or frosting or yogurt. So just stir it till it gets to be that consistency. Make sure you don't have any puddles, puddles of water. And like I said, if it's too dry, it's not gonna go through the transfer and stay. It will go on top of the transfer and sit there on top. It won't go through to the surface below, which is our whole point. This is still a little thick. So just add a little at a time until you feel like it's the right consistency. Mix it up well. Scrape your edges. Okay, that feels better. And I'm gonna get my squeegee and just dip it in a little bit and apply it over my transfer, all the silkscreen areas. And I'm trying to do contrasting colors so that it will show up well. The yellow is a very bright background. Ta-da! Oh, I don't think you guys can see with this light on. Let's see if I can reduce it. There you go. That looks better. Okay, so that one's done. Oh, guys, if you want to be notified when I go live, please type in hashtag, no, not exclamation point notify right here, all one word. And when you type that into the comments, you will be notified when I am on live. So you won't miss anything that I'm doing. I think it's always nice to watch live. And plus, I love the company. Okay, this one's dry, it's waxed. Let's do the baby chicks. And I think I'll do this in the pink, in the coral. And guys, I started using my little cutting mat again because it does have the grids. I like my self-healing Teflon mat a lot. But sometimes you just want to make sure you're getting things on straight and even. And so that's why I've been using this grid mat lately. Whatever works best for you, and both of them protect your surface. So I think the silicone mat is easier to clean, but this one's good for cutting on and for measuring to make sure things are straight. So they both have their benefits. They both have good points. Okay, peel this one off. This one's a little harder to see. It's a finer font. Finer font. Okay. Clean this one up. And put that away. Okay, so now I want to do the back side. Okay, I'm done with all these. This is how I'm going to store this. I'm going to let it sit out for about an hour so that any moisture that's in here will evaporate. And I'll make sure it's really good and dry before I put it back in the plastic sleeve that it came in. So it does come in these plastic sleeves. They do have directions on the back, and they say right down here what the transfer is. So I will store it back in here and hang it up or lay it down, however works best for me at the time. I'm going to go ahead and dry these up because I'm going to do the other side as well. This one is very plain. I wish I would have colored the background. It also has some water spots splashed on it. Okay, so let's go ahead and work with these. Now these are not pre-scored. They do not have lines, but I'm just going to go ahead and cut around where I think they should have the lines. Just so I can kind of separate the elements. Let's see how I did. Okay, now these can be layered. Let's try layering one of these. Let's do this one. Now, wherever that silk screen is, it's going to be the color of your paste. So this is mainly a clear transfer. So let's see how we want to do this. So if I were to color it, well, it might be okay. If I were to color it yellow, let's say, it's going to be yellow with some white specks. Let's try that. Let's try it. Maybe I'll do it orange. But I'm not going to paint it. I am going to squeegee it. So I'm going to get my orange and just squeegee it all over here. So mainly my color is going to be orange, but it is going to have some white spots in it because my background is white. I did not paint it. And I could have centered that a little bit better. I could have centered that. So let me see if I can just paint that a little bit. I do have some orange on here already. These transfers and surfaces are pretty easy to repair when you make a mistake. Just kind of brush over them. Okay, clean this one. And just keep on rinsing off your sponge in your water bath. Get fresh water and wipe it up. Okay, and then let's do this beautiful floral one. Okay, so this one, I could actually do it on top of this orange. Maybe I'll do that. Let's try this up real quick. Actually, let's just do this on a white one. Let's do it on a white one. We'll do it in the pink and see how that looks. Trying to do a better job of lining it up this time so I get edge to edge results. Okay, I'm gonna get my pink squeegee and just go ahead and wipe it on there. This is similar to buttering toast, guys. When you butter your toast and it gets all melty, and then you can spread it to other areas as it melts, softens and melts. This is what I like to compare it to. Take off my excess. Peel it off. Really pretty. I like that one a lot. I always like to clean my work mat off after every surface clean, just to get that paste off, to make sure it doesn't transfer to my stencil. Okay. Okay, so we got two sides of this one. This one's still plain. Let's paint this one. Let's paint this one yellow. It has a little bit of orange in the brush. And that's okay. And we want to paint this one as well. Let's do this one blue. And make sure you're not cross-contaminating your colors. You want to keep them true. This one I'm kind of doing in a swirly pattern. Let's see if we want to keep it that way. I think so. We'll leave it like that. Okay, let's dry these up. So what is your favorite way to decorate for Easter? Do you guys decorate with florals? Do you do eggs and bunnies? Do you do, I've seen some real pretty like natural displays this year, like with the browns and the burlaps, natural colors, and they've been really pretty. How do you guys like to decorate? How do you like to decorate? Let me know in the comments. You guys know that Facebook, when it decides on how to show our videos to people, it looks at how many people liked and hearted, hearts mean more than a like, and how many comments we have on a post. So the more you comment on a post, the more Facebook is going to show my post to someone else. And the more you share it with someone else, the bigger my audience. So I'd love for you guys to share my post. I'd love for you to talk with me and be on while I'm live, so I get some interaction on here, and that way it encourages me to keep on creating, which I love anyway. But it is very encouraging when you have people to talk to. So if you're watching a replay, please type in #replay. That'll count as a comment, and it will let me know that you're watching from. You can also let me know where you're watching from. Let me know in the comments how you decorate. And also, what color scheme do you do? Do you do the brights? Do you do the pastels? Do you do the naturals? How do you like to decorate? We're almost done drying. I think my orange is pretty dry. My yellow is almost there. I think my blue will be there. So I'm going to go ahead and get my surface wax again. Remember, you always want to put a layer of surface wax when you have raw unfinished wood, which may grab your transfer, or when you have freshly painted wood. It protects both your painted surface below, and it protects your transfer from pulling up wood splinters and stretching. So the wax is really a good idea. You'll be so much happier if you wax. Okay. So now I'm just going to go ahead and on the yellow, I'm going to do this houndstooth pattern. I guess it's called houndstooth. This little checkerboard pattern. It's a miniature one. And I think I'm going to put blue over it. Match it up, make sure I get it to the edges this time. Get my blue, colonial blue paste, and this one is a little on the dry side. Could use a little water mixed in. Make sure I got everything covered. And then I'm going to go over it, remove any excess paste, and we'll see how this looks. Looks really cute, guys. There you go. Isn't that cute? One down. If you want to get the supply list for this project, please type in the word egg, E-G-G or E-G-G-S, either one, they should both work. And I want to tell you guys about our new Perks program. It's called the Perks Membership Program. It just launched yesterday. I think it's going to be an awesome program. So it's kind of a different way. Like, I'm a designer. I sell the product. I get a 40% off discount off my purchases. and I make a 25% commission off what I sell on my website. If you become a Perks member, you do not have to sell. You do not have to supply your Social Security number because you're not going to be earning any money through Chalk Couture, but you can get a 30% discount on everything you buy. So you pay a $20 fee to become this member, and then you get $20 back in product credit, which expires in 30 days. So you want to make sure you use that within the 30 days. But it's basically like getting it for free because you pay your $20 to be a member, then you buy whatever you want for 30% off, but you also have that $20 product credit. So it's kind of a nice way to keep chalking a little bit each month as you go. I think it's a great median for being between regular retail prices and getting a discount and not becoming a designer. I love the designership. Oops. Okay, here's what happens when you either chalk before it's wet, not dry, or when you don't wax enough. See how it picked up all that paste on the back of the transfer? This is my egg. So I'm gonna go ahead, when this is dried, I'm gonna wipe it off. These are reusable surfaces. The chalkable chips can be reused. So I can wipe that off with water and I can re-chalk it. So that'll probably be something I do behind the scenes, but that was really a good lesson to show you. And that orange paste was kind of thick anyway. It was a little thicker than some of my others. I'm actually gonna squirt some water in it. So that is a lesson on how you wanna make sure your paste is dry and use the chalk. I did the wax. I did use the wax, but my paste was really thick and it probably was not dry enough. So this board eraser will still get this paste off of here. It will still clean all that paste out of here. And this is the sticky side right now. So I'm gonna go gentle. I don't wanna harm the adhesive. I'm gonna clean the top side again. I'm gonna dry it really well. And we'll put it back on here. So back to the Perks pack, Perks memberships. I think it's a great way. And Perks members right now are getting to buy the Perks pack for $59 when you join. It contains some paste, a couple surfaces, a couple transfers. So it's a way to get you started. It's a great way to get you started. And also we have Transfer Palooza going on right now, which is buy 3, get 1 free. So obviously you're gonna wanna buy probably 3 of the same size because you don't wanna buy 3 large ones and then get a little one free. It's not the best bang for your buck. So, but I suggest buying 3 of the same size transfers, and that way your 4th one will be free. So that's Transfer Palooza. I believe that lasts all month long. You can join the Perks Club anytime this month. Well, I'm sure you can join the Perks Club anytime for a long time while it's going on. I think it's a great way to enjoy Chalk Couture. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Wish it was a little bit bigger contrast, but that's kind of cool. So Perks Pack. If you want more information on the Perks Pack, go ahead and type in the word Perks in the comment. If you want information on our club program, which is kind of, it's $21.99. You get a transfer and a surface and paste packets delivered to your door every month. That's type club. If you want to become a designer, type info. Type info, that'll get you that information. But right now, the newest club in town is the Perks Pack, the Perks membership. And if you want to become a member of my VIP, it's a free group. It's just where we share crafts and kind of specials. I put special pricing deals in there. Type VIP, join my VIP club, and you'll get to see even more specials in there. So please join my VIP club. Just type VIP, and then you'll see where you can join. I think it automatically approves you, but you can do it there. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and put all my pastes away and my paint brushes. I'm throwing them all in my water bath. I will take it back to my sink and clean everything up. Now, your transfers you could also take to your sink. Without cleaning them here, you could take them to your sink and run them under cold running water and clean them there. That works too. I like to show you guys kind of the process of what I go through when I clean up. So that's why I clean here. Now, some of I learn as I go all the time. Some of my designs would have been better off on plain backgrounds. Like this one, I think would have been beautiful if the flower was done in white or a pretty color on a white background. So I think that one's kind of lost. And you do want to cap your pastes up as you go, just so that they don't get dried out. Okay, so I got my pastes away, my scissors away, my squeegees are going to be cleaned. I'm going to clean up my surface here. So now that we have these mostly chalked, let's see what we could do. Okay, so we have something that's called a power punch. This is our power punch. It's a hole puncher that will punch these really easily because these are pretty thin. To get some orange on this one. Now this one's kind of I don't like how thin that font is and this size ruined. So I'm just going to go ahead and punch a hole anyway. All you do is I always position it so it's the metal, that you can see the shiny metal up, because that way I can see where the hole is, right? I'll show you guys. See how I can see right there? That's where it's going to punch it and it's away from the edge. And then you just squeeze it and it punches this perfect little hole out. So I could put string through here and hang them on a tree, an Easter tree. Now what else I can do is I have this little Easter grass thing. I can just display these sitting up here. Maybe I could do some pop dots and pop them up here. That would be cute. I like that. What do you think? That's a cute display. Oh, and I have a little bunny too. Let's put my little bunny right here. Kind of cute, huh? So that could be our display. And I would actually attach them with a little glue stick thing to pop them on there. So that would be it. Or what I was also thinking is that you could punch the holes and maybe put their names on here and put them on the Easter baskets, tie them on the Easter baskets. I think that'd be a cute idea. So I would use these maybe as gift tags to, let me go ahead and punch a hole in this one. So here it is. I'm going to put my handle so it's the metal side up because I can see through this little peekaboo hole right here where it's going to punch. So that way I know whether it's going to punch on the edge or far enough in. You see that hole? It's a perfect little hole. So I would tie these with ribbon and put them on an Easter basket. Let's see. Just tie them on there. So that's what I would do. So I'm going to go ahead and hole punch all of these. Oops. And this is called our power punch. It's not in the cart, but power punch if you're interested in this. This one I'm going to redo and it's already punched. And this one I'm going to go ahead and punch. I like this one a lot. What do you guys think of this plaid one? I like it. I like it a lot. So that is what I'm going to do with these. I hope that you guys give this a try. Remember that this transfer that goes with the eggs is out of stock. It's not available online, but I do have 2 more of these that I can sell. If you're interested, go ahead and send me a message. Otherwise, you can get the links to this product by typing in the word eggs into the comment, and you'll get the links, the shopping cart. So I hope you like this project. I think it was fun. I learned a little bit on it, and we'll continue learning. I'll be back on again tomorrow night. I hope to see you then. Invite your friends. Share the video. Thank you. Bye.